The AI skill paying $200,000 right now is not on any course. It is not prompt engineering, it is not automation, it's the thing you already have and you have no idea how to price it. Every career coach, every LinkedIn and YouTube creator, every 10 AI skill thread that you have seen this year is pointing you towards same 4 things: prompt engineering, chatbot workflow, AI content generation. Those are execution things. The market will automate them and it has already started. I've spent 25 years watching which professionals survive every tech wave: internet, mobile, cloud, and now AI. And the pattern is always same. The one who get displaced built the execution skill which everybody was teaching, and the one who moved up built up the judgment skill the market is actually pricing for. I sat across from dozens of senior professionals in the last 2 years with the same list, same skills every time: prompt engineering, automation, workflow, AI writing tools, same 4 skills. And every time I have said the same thing to them: none of these are the skill the market is about to price at a premium. They push back and they said these are the skill which every AI course is teaching. And I said exactly. Every skill on the list gets them to same level as everyone else who took that same course. What they need are the skill which nobody is teaching. The one that sits on top of 15 to 20 years of domain knowledge and make that experience impossible to replace. So on one side, there are our execution skills, and on other sides, our judgment. 5 skills. The list I gave to each one of them, I'm going to be sharing it with you. Let's go. You would think that governance belong in legal or in compliance team. That's where most organizations are looking for it right now. And that's exactly where there's a gap. And that gap, that's skill number 1. AI governance. Being the person in your function who knows where AI is allowed to run and where it is not. The professional building the best AI governance framework inside large regulated organizations like banks, hospital, insurance company are not lawyers, they are not engineers. They are the people who understand the actual decision well enough to know which one should be handed over to AI or not. Think about what that means. A financial analyst who knows which regulatory lines on AI recommendation might cross. A healthcare administrator who knows which patient decision needs human in the loop. When AI start making decisions inside a regulated environment, and it already is, someone has to be accountable. Who gave it permission? What data did it use? What happened when it got it wrong? Right now, in most of the organization, that question has no owner. That's the gap. I have to be honest with you about something. When professionals ask me about AI skills, governance is almost never when I started. I used to think it is too specific, too dry, too far from most people are, but I was wrong. Every organization is moving fast on AI right now, and they have one person in every function who owns the governance questions for that function. Not the AI team, the domain expert who sees the risk before anyone did. Now here's the timeline to gain these skills. 10 to 12 weeks. Find one place in your organization where AI is making decisions and nobody owns the accountability. That's your starting point. That's your white space. AI governance is not a compliance problem. It is an accountability problem. And right now, accountability is the scarcest resource in every regulated enterprise. There's a difference between saying that AI has a risk and being able to say that this outcome was trained on data from 6 months ago before the regulation actually changed. And here's what that means for the recommendation. The person get nods at and the second person get invited into. That difference is skill number 2, AI risk interpretation. And it has nothing to do with being apprehensive about AI, it's about being specific. I have watched this played out in boardrooms where AI touched the real decision. The professional who kept getting called back in those meetings were not the most technical people in the room. They were the one who could be giving you the inputs on specific, who could say, here's the exact point where this output might mislead and here's what to check for. This is why your 15 years in the function is the asset over here. Not because you know more about AI, because you know more about what the AI needs to get it right. That's a calibration instrument. Most professionals respond to AI skill with some version of, we should be careful about. That is not a skill, that's a reflex. The professional getting paid on top of the market can name exactly what kind of wrong the output will likely be before it reaches someone who matters. The World Economic Forum 2025 Future of Job reports is very specific. The AI adjacent skills with the longest shelf life are risk interpretation and governance, not execution. Prompting and workflow automation are already in the commoditization lane. Risk interpretation compounds as AI go deeper into the organization decision. Again, the timeline is 8 weeks. Read 2 real AI incident postmortems, financial services or healthcare, both are available publicly. And ask yourself, what signal should someone have caught and when? The market is not paying for AI confidence, it is paying for AI calibration. Now, AI doesn't fail randomly, it fails in pattern. And most professionals has no idea what those patterns are, which means that rehandling output to decision maker without knowledge of what kind of a wrong input is getting passed along. That's skill number 3, AI output validation. Knowing the specific way AI can be wrong so that you can catch it before someone else does. So here are 4 things that you need to know. Number 1, training cutoff failure. The model doesn't know about anything that happened after a certain date. If the world change, a regulation comes, a market shift happens, or a competitor move, the AI doesn't know. It won't tell you that it doesn't. Number 2, context window failure. Now, in a long document, the AI can quietly lose track of what it is actually answering you. It gives you a confidence that it's a well-written response to a slightly different question than the one you originally asked. Number 3, calibration failure. The AI sounds equally certain whether it is drawing from a solid data or making an educated guess. The tone doesn't change, the confidence doesn't drop. You have to know the difference from outside. Number 4, and most important, hallucination versus reasoning error. These are 2 different things that get lumped together. A hallucination is a made-up fact. A reasoning error is a real fact with wrong conclusion. They need different fixes. The skill isn't running a spell check. It's knowing which of these 4 is most likely in your specific use case and checking for that one before you hand it anything to anyone. I have watched senior professionals walk into a $4 million vendor decision into a boardroom meeting on an AI-generated competitive analysis. Perfectly written, confidently structured. 3 of the competitor claims were based on data that was 18 months old. The market had already shifted. Nobody in the room knew what kind of a wrong they were looking in for, and they found after that. Microsoft 2025 work trend research on the frontier firm found that the highest impact AI user weren't generating the most outcome. They were the one who kept human judgment in the loop before anything else reaches a decision making. Again, timeline is 4 weeks. Before you submit any AI output, ask which of the 4 failure types is most likely here. That habit built over 1 month is your skill. The professionals who get invited back into these rooms are not the one who says AI has a risk. They are the one who can name exactly what kind of risk are we dealing with. Now, every organization is buying AI tools right now. Most of the decisions are being made based upon a demo. I have watched $2 million decision get made in 45 minutes based upon a demo. Nobody in that room asked the right question. That's skill number 4, AI vendor evaluation. Knowing how to assess an AI tool when there's an apprehensive senior professional evaluating any vendor, not by what it does on its best day. The demo shows you the tool on its best day. Clean data, prepared scenario, a product team that exactly know which buttons to press in the demo. What the demo doesn't show you is what happens when the input is messy, when the data is stale, when the edge case is the one which your organization is actually facing in. Nobody in that room asks these 4 questions. Number 1, what decision does this tool actually touch? Number 2, what does it do when it goes wrong? Number 3, who carries the liability when it goes wrong? Number 4, what does the data retention agreement actually says? Buying an AI tool on a demo is like hiring somebody based upon their best day at work. You need to interview the failure mode. The professional again who get called into AI procurement discussions and decisions at an executive level are not the most technical people in the building. They are the one who can look at a vendor pitch and ask the right questions without getting sold to. Again, timeline is 6 weeks. Take one AI tool your team is already using it. Map to what decision does it touch, what failure mode, who owns when it goes wrong. Write a 1-pager. That is your proof of work. The vendor shows you what the tool does on a perfect Tuesday. Your job is to ask what it does on Thursday when the data goes wrong. Every AI course teaches you how to use these tools. Nobody teaches you how to get an AI project through an institution that is cautious, political, and watching closely who puts their name on what. That is skill number 5, AI project sponsorship. Getting an initiative resource, run with accountability, and landing without your name as a failure is a skill. Here's a trap. You become AI champion in your function. You find a tool, you get excited, you sponsor it, and then it fails. And you find out from a stakeholder, not from your own data. The technical failure wasn't the problem. The problem was that you never defined what does success look like before you started. No kill criteria, no agreed measure that would have told that 3 weeks that this isn't working. So when it didn't work, the narrative belongs to whosoever found it first. The professional who run the AI projects that survive the Inside Institute do three things differently. They define success in writing before procurement. In language, apprehensive that they can verify. They set a kill decision in advance that this is a threshold, this is the date, and this is where we stop. And they make the accountability visible enough so that they can own the outcome either which ways. Anyone can start the AI project. The professional who can finish one with full accountability inside a complex institution and walk out with either win or a documented learning, that is a professional who gets the next project. I have watched this played out. The professional who rebuild around these 5 competencies don't just survive the AI transition, they become the one which everyone needs them in the room. Not because they have the best tool, because they are the only one who owns the result. Again, timeline is 8 weeks. One initiative, map the accountability before you start, set the kill decision, and before you start, document the learning either way. Now, anyone can start AI project. The professional who can finish inside a regulated institution with full accountability, those are the one who will get the next one. Now, 5 skill, all of them work on one condition. You already know something that AI doesn't. Your domain knowledge, your institution knowledge, your judgment, and that knowledge is not in a model, it is you. The foundation for all 5 AI skills is how you delegate to AI in the first place and avoid AI burnout. If you haven't watched last week's video, these 5 skills will not land the way they should, so you should go out and watch that video. The link is below. The professional who built the judgment skill in every previous transition didn't survive it. They became the people everyone else needed in the room. That is what's on offering right now. Start Monday. Start building your skills. See you next week.